This is a podcast of Nathan, Nat and Shaun.
Hey everybody.
Hi guys.
We're on holidays at the moment.
Oh, I'm loving it.
And
Sick.
loving it.
We've gotten a collection of some of the finest work that we've done throughout the year. Oh, guys.
And then we padded it out with some rubbish.
Don't undersell it, no.
Yeah.
Don't undersell it.
And this, of course, being a live broadcast. Today's best bits are all about...
From the Vault 2014.
Couldn't have said it better
Yeah.
myself.
Oh my God, right to the point you are.
Enjoy.
This is Nathan, Nat and Shaun.
Hello?
Mark Wahlberg!
Hey,
Come on!
Oh, you're awesome.
How are you guys?
Yeah, we're
great.
really good, mate.
And we're pumped to be able to speak to you, my friend.
Nice.
Sean's
Yeah,
pumped because he feels like he's got as bigger muscles as you, and he doesn't.
Not quite. Almost though.
Well, you just got to keep working, dude.
I am working.
Hey, how much do you do? How many push-ups can you do in one go?
How many push-ups?
Yeah.
I don't know. I never really counted. I usually I'll try to do as many as I can in like 30 seconds while on a power plate.
Yeah.
So I can do like 63 push-ups in 30 seconds.
So you're into the cross training at the moment. I saw a photo with you doing some stuff with the Big Shack Attack. Did you work out with him at one stage?
Oh, man, we were promoting Pain and Gain, Dwayne Johnson and myself, and Shaquille O'Neal had a weightlifting contest with Charles Barkley.
Yeah, Charles.
And
Yeah.
Charles Barkley was only using fake weights. And Shaq was using real weights. He's a very, very strong individual.
The
That's
Shack Attack.
cool.
I love it.
Because you've got big muscles. Dwayne Johnson's muscles as big as your head?
Dwayne Johnson is a giant.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not
The
human.
Rock.
Giant,
Yeah.
but he's a very nice man as well.
Yeah.
None of the training that any of them do can compare with the SEAL guys do. When I was training with Marcus Luttrell,
Lone
the guys
Survivor.
from Ohio.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was an amazing movie, mate.
Thank you.
Yeah, Mark, we've got the SAS.
With the great
here.
Eric Bana.
Yes.
We have
made him.
the
Yeah.
SAS, which is the elite special forces here in our home state, and they train here. I get to go there a little bit. They are maniacs.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
else the maniacs is? This whole Transformers Age of Extinction looks absolutely brilliant, and the fans behind it absolutely love it. Now, I've got a question. I don't know if anyone's asked you this before. Transformers, who buys their tyres? Because I know that they regenerate themselves, but do they, where do they get their tyres from?
You know what? That's a good question. I'll have to ask Michael Bay that question.
I know, because I was wondering, because
You
I
know,
know that...
you never think that people will come up with an original question, but I can
Yeah.
guarantee you nobody's ever asked me that question.
Do they carry a spare?
I would imagine so.
Yeah, I would imagine that because I thought they wouldn't pop down to Goodyear to
No.
buy a tyre because they're Transformers.
Sure.
And then
That'd be a giveaway.
And in the movie, you've just bought him as a wreck, so maybe you would have put some new ones on him. But
Yeah, they probably can create and regenerate their own rubber.
You know
Really?
what? I believe the robot
Hang on.
thing, but that's far-fetched.
Bit far-fetched. Mark.
Come on.
Come on, guys, you got to take a little leap of faith here.
They can't produce their own rubber.
Oh, but it's
please.
Optimus Prime. He can do anything.
Yeah, rubber producing, Sean.
Hate to go see a movie with you guys.
I'm one of those people, Mark, that I watch the Hulk, right? And I get angry when I see the Hulk get really big and then he gets really small and his pants still fit him and I know that they're a cotton drill. I go, that's a cotton drill. I don't mind that he grows up and gets green, but that's bullshit.
It's like Lululemon. It's like spandex.
Hey, Mark, obviously when we've seen the trailers, no one's seen the movie as
Yeah.
yet, but just action-packed, mate. Are you throwing yourself around left, right and centre and then waking up sore the next day after filming?
Absolutely. And, I used to be able to do it when I was a kid, but I'm no spring chicken now at 42. It was definitely the hardest shoot because you're talking about 5.5 months, too.
Yeah.
Of, 12, 15 hours a day, just full on. But you just kind of try to remember what you're doing it for, and that the end result will be great. And by the time it's over, you'll forget about all the bumps and bruises and have something cool.
Oh, what's the sickest car that's in this movie?
Oh man, there's the Bugatti, and then a Pagani. Michael Bay, they I'd have to get in the car, and he'd be like, "Dude, don't touch the car." Like, come on, man! I thought we were gonna blow this sucker up.
Hey, what car do you drive in reality?
I've got a couple cars. I got a Mercedes. I got a Bentley. I got a Cadillac truck.
Oh.
Yeah.
I drive a P-Tech
I got a
Cruiser.
minivan coming. But then I got a new car. I got a Bentley, and then the kids are like, "Oh yeah, Dad, we're gonna go to school." I said, "No, I'm getting a Honda minivan."
Well, Mark, I bought my missus a new car for Christmas because we got 4 kids as well, and I drive around in the bomb. That the only thing I can take in there is surfboards and the dog. No one else is allowed it in there because it's too gross.
Yeah.
I got stitched.
Yeah, the kids do a good number on the cars.
Yeah.
Do you let them into all of them or not?
You know what? It depends. Not after a football game. You
Yeah.
know, the
Yeah.
kids got ice cream dripping all over them,
Yeah.
and you know. You know, we've got cars designated for them.
Yeah, no, because you wouldn't be able to eat anything in the Bentley, I'd say, straight out. I mean, it's not even my car, and I'm setting that rule for you. So
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Dinobots. Dinobots are here.
Oh,
Do we get to
Yeah.
know how and why?
Absolutely, and it's
Okay.
the coolest thing ever because they don't like taking orders from anybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they have to be convinced to come and fight with us, and it's pretty awesome how it happens because you see a little teaser of it in the trailer,
Yeah.
but when you see the extent of it in the movie, it's awesome.
Now, Mark, I can't possibly let you go without asking you about the Entourage movie. How much longer do we have to wait?
It's shot, it's done,
Yeah.
And it is awesome. I mean, I
Yeah.
think people are going to be very, very satisfied with the end result and well worth the wait.
Yeah.
So
There we
are.
they actually, you know, they were kind of debating on when they were going to put the movie out, but now that they've seen it and they're so in love with it, they're getting pretty big and want to come out in the summertime. So it's going to come out next summer.
That's going to be brilliant. Now I've got to ask
The
you.
only problem with that is it's going to come out around TED 2.
Oh, we're looking forward to that. That
Wait,
was
then-
ridiculously good.
Ted 2, don't you you start shooting that soon, don't you?
Yep, very soon.
June 9, is that right?
I think it's pushed to July 1st, but
Are
right
you
at
reading his
July.
diary? What's going on?
Did some research on people I like.
Hey, Mark, can I ask you about your cricket team as well? How did you get involved in a Barbados cricket team? Because that's our number one summer sport here in
I know.
Australia.
You know what? I got introduced to the game when I was in the Caribbean. I fell in love with it, and then I had a unique opportunity to be part of a team, and I said absolutely. So I was just learning about the sport. You know, it's one of those great gentleman games. You know, it has a lot of things obviously similar to baseball, but
Yeah.
a little bit more
Have you
complicated.
tried to have a hit?
I haven't, but you know what? I grew up playing baseball. I
Yeah.
played in the Little League World Series when I was a kid, so
All
I
right.
could do it.
Oh, yeah, you'll have a bit of
Unbelievable.
natural
Wow,
talent.
that's awesome.
We know we have to let you go. We don't want to, but we have
no, we
to.
don't.
But everyone's going to go and see our Transformers Age of Extinction. It's Mark Wahlberg. You're brilliant. We love you.
Woo!
Thank
Good
you,
on
guys.
Mike.
Good on
Thank
you, man. See you, buddy.
Thanks,
Bye.
mate.
Bye.
The Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
So Nathan feels it's a little bit sad if he's to set the table and sit there to eat his dinner for one alone.
I think
at
he's
home.
right.
And
I think
so
he's right.
Because if someone knocks on your door and then they go, "Oh, what are you doing?" You go, "I'm just having dinner," and you've got your little plate there at the table.
Got a placemat down so I don't
just
spill anything.
Maybe a salad in front of you. Like
it's the fact that it looks like you've made a bit of an
Tongs.
event of it. That leaves it a tiny bit tragic.
terrible.
John's in Freo. Hi, John.
Hey, how's it going?
Good,
All right,
John.
so the question is, there's nothing sadder for a single person than what, John?
Then going to Coles and buying a little tiny lamb leg for your Sunday roast, and then going to the veggie section and picking around at the bottom of the garlic basket to find that single clove.
One clove. One potato as well, John.
That's right, one potato, one carrot. Just a little bit too much for one person, but you know.
Oh, and the
Sweet.
looks people give you, John. The looks.
Oh, this is the reason the self-serve checkout was invented.
Yes,
It is.
It's a gift to single people,
John,
you're right.
yeah.
I got the biggest looks of sympathy from, and I'll say it was Chicken Treat one year. I was going through drive-through. My mum and dad were away for Christmas, and I had nothing else to do. So I went through drive-through on Christmas Day and asked for a chicken roll combo, and I heard them giggle.
Breeze and Thornley, hello.
Hey.
Now, Bree, when did you have that moment of realisation that your single life was a tiny bit tragic?
Oh, I get that moment nearly every day.
Oh, sweetheart, come on.
But about 2 years ago, I was at a New Year's Eve party, and, you know, the moment how everyone at midnight has their kiss with everyone. Well,
Yeah.
I'm sitting there with my bottle of champagne in between my knees, and just watching everyone. watching everyone.
And it is hard. You know, I was single for a long time too, and that you know it's coming. Like you've got it. You can see the time.
Yeah.
And you sort of look around the room, and it's like, oh.
Well, you're looking
You
for somebody,
do,
Nat.
yeah.
Here we go, and you think, oh, and then you see the other single people, and you kiss them on the cheek, and just go, oh yeah, okay, Happy New Year, shake their hand,
do.
move on.
Yeah.
It's just awful.
And one of the guys, after he had his little pash with the chick, he looked at me over and he goes, "Oh, I must feel sorry for this chick. She gave me like this really awkward hug. But
It's really
I was like, no. I was like, I'm fine. I'm just going to
No, I'm
try and get
fine.
drunk and
I'm
not
going to need
remember
another
this.
bottle of champagne to get me
You
through
know when
this.
you go along to weddings and you're by yourself, when it comes to the dancing situation, because when
such
the
a
bridal
loser.
party gets
Yeah.
up, and so all the couples start getting up.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Okay, well, do you want me to answer this?
Yes, please.
You just lead
Yeah, well,
yourself
that's it, 'cause
onto another woman. That's what you do, onto someone else's partner. What do you do, Cal? Oh, sorry, Brie.
Well, I'm a bridesmaid in my sister's wedding coming up, and so I think I'm just going to have to take my pick of the platter and have a little dance with everyone, I think.
Yeah,
that's the way.
There's nothing worse as a girl, though, when the elderly uncle, seeks you out and someone thinks that, I'll have a bit of a dance with that sad single girl over there. You go, okay, I would have rather sit on my own than dance with the old man.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean.
We're talking about aspects of being single that sometimes you're doing something and it strikes you that,
I'm pathetic.
oh, this is a little bit on the sad side.
Yeah, for me, it's eating
us.
dinner alone at the table. I don't do that because nothing solidifies the fact that you're alone by three other empty chairs.
And in the
facing you.
movies, that is it's the epitome of a sad, lonely existence. Is the guy in the cardigan sitting there eating dinner on his own.
Oh yeah, don't ever eat
Don't
dinner
ever wear
in
a
your
cardigan.
That's why I don't wear cardigans.
Always shrug the cardigan off.
Yeah.
But you're happily married. You're fine. You can
Yeah,
wear a
that's right.
cardigan with gay abandon.
Did you say happily? That was funny.
We're talking about the really sad things, the realizations you have sometimes as a single person. Hi, Kelly.
Hi.
Hi.
Kelly, when did it hit you?
I turned 41 this year and booked tickets to the magic show at Burswood for my birthday and went alone.
Oh, Kelly!
So it was a birthday celebration. To celebrate your birthday, you went to a magic show on your own.
I went and got a meal by myself.
Oh, Kelly.
Oh, Kelly!
You took yourself to a
Right
dinner
for you.
and a show on your own.
It was the funniest thing ever. Okay.
Front row tickets.
So where'd you have dinner by yourself?
Yeah, I went and bought a Subway.
Oh, this is so... Oh, this is terrible.
And it was front row tickets.
Did you think about buying a foot long and then drawing a face on it and having it sit next to you during the show? You did
There was a guy
contemplate it.
sitting next to me, and he looked at me as if to say, yeah, I understand.
Oh, that could have been the start of something really beautiful.
No.
Okay. In the
Oh,
movies.
Kelly.
yes.
Oh, Kelly, at least we can laugh about it, huh?
Oh, it was hilarious.
Yeah.
Sounds like
Did you
you're
enjoy
wiping
the
the tears
show?
away, though.
I guess the worst part about it, if you enjoyed the show when you're walking to your car by yourself, you can't actually have that discussion. What do you think?
Sean, that's the
You like
worst.
that part?
That's the worst, isn't it, Kelly? You don't
I
have
actually
something to
ran
say.
out of there, as fast as I could. I didn't want anybody knowing.
All right. Well, that's a strong contender, got to say. Let's go to Sarah in East Perth. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Sarah.
When did the realisation hit you that there's a tiny bit of a pathetic lean to
I
it?
moved up from Mandurah to the city about 2 years ago, and I thought, look, I really need to explore. So what a great idea, East Perth bike hire.
Yes.
And I went down to the foreshore and said, look, I just want to book a bike for a couple of hours. And he said, look, we don't have any mountain or hybrid bikes. We've only got tandem bikes. Is that okay? And I kind of had that sort of self-realisation moment where I either embrace the fact that I am tragically alone and ride around in public on a bike being meant for a couple only by myself, or just walk on foot. And I went, you know what? You only live once. So I took the tandem bike.
You went bike riding.
I imagine it's quite
tandem.
difficult to ride a tandem bike on your own, is it?
It was exceptionally shameful and difficult at the same time.
Well, you can't yell at the other person to up their game.
I know.
No, and it was really, and the worst thing as well is that he gave me 2 helmets anyway.
There's nothing that
Just in
advertises
case.
your singledom more than an empty seat on a
You know what?
tandem
People
bike.
that have seen you ride past on that bike probably think, oh, poor sweetheart, she thinks there's a man on the back of that.
You're listening to Nathan, Nat, and Sean.
Time to talk to somebody about culinary delights.
Well, it's
yeah.
on the perfect day for that. Welcome to the show, Curtis Stone. Hi, Curtis.
How are you guys?
Well, you're
good.
fantastic,
So-
Curtis.
Curtis, we're going to talk casseroles in a second, but we've got something bigger and more awesome to talk about right now. Are you ready?
Oh, yes, come on.
Today on our show, this is the
And
second
every
week.
Friday, yeah.
It's called Deep Friday, where we take normal things and try to elevate them to the next level by deep frying them.
So last week we deep fried a giant sandwich.
The ice cream.
The ice cream.
So that
How
turned
was it?
Oh, no, it turned out beautifully.
yeah.
The ice cream melted, but it
okay.
just tastes like a donut.
So we
really.
gave it a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, but this
Right,
week, Curtis,
right.
what we've done is we went down, popped down to Hungry Jack's, and we got a Whopper, and then we put toothpicks through it. So we
hold it
basically
Held
deep
it-
fried the entire burger with batter, and then took it out, and it is truly taken it to the next level. We've given it a 9.5 out of 10. Curtis,
Did it get the Heart Foundation's tick of approval?
No, we talk about it
They're
always
picketing
being
our office at the moment.
It is a sometimes
It's a-
food, and we
it's a
follow it
very
up by Salad
sometimes
Saturday.
food, yeah.
But Curtis, what do you think we can try deep frying that will take it to the next level that people wouldn't normally think about?
What could you deep fry? Well, you can't deep fry my casserole. I know that.
No.
You know what I've just done? I just served this in the restaurant. It's a pan perdu, which is a fancy name for a bread pudding.
Bread pudding.
And you make the bread pudding, and then you cut it into little cubes, and you deep fry the bread pudding, and you get this beautiful silkiness in the center, this delicious crispiness on the outside, and then you can serve it as a garnish. I actually served it with some parfait or a pâté. That it sort of takes the place of a bread or a crouton. So
Yeah, sounds like a
bread
crouton.
pudding.
Interesting.
It sounds like a crouton, but obviously, as you said, fluffy in the middle.
Is it sweet or
Right.
savoury?
Well, I did a savoury one because I served it with a chicken liver pâté, but you could definitely put some sweetness in there.
How do you make it savoury? You just add French onion soup mix? That's what our parents used to do.
You just don't add sugar.
Okay, right.
okay.
You could try that.
Okay,
Sure,
I got
sure.
you.
Righto. Now, Curtis, obviously we're checking out that Coles are bringing back the casserole. Now, if I walked in the house tonight and my wife says, I got the casserole for dinner, I'd say, can you leave? Can you convince me
I'm not a
casseroles are on the comeback?
I'm not a casserole fan either, Curtis, so you've got some work to do here.
Okay, so let me explain it to you.
Go for it.
Firstly, it's winter time. You know, the
Hardy
weather is
foods.
certainly changing.
Yeah.
And what happens when the weather changes is we get a whole different, array of fruits and veggies. So
Yep.
I'm trying to really work around seasonal ingredients,
Love
and
it.
I'm driving Coles down that direction. So
Love it.
we're looking at things like parsnips and carrots and mushrooms and, all those great things
Beautiful.
that take a little longer to grow. They also happen to work really, really well in slow-cooked with slow-cooking meats, so stews and braises and casseroles. Now, a casserole is literally the name of the vessel that a casserole is cooked
Yes,
in.
right.
So
Okay.
it's literally no different than a stew or a braise, which are highly
Yeah, that's
fashionable
not
right
winning
now.
me over.
Keep
All
going.
the hipsters are eating those.
I also hate stews and braises. My mum used to say, I'd say, what's for
Yeah.
dinner? And she'd say braised steak. It's like, that's a stew, mum.
Yeah, Mum used to
It's a
say
stew.
pot of stew, and it'd be like a pot that a human person could stand in. It's that big, and then we'd eat it until it was all gone in different ways.
Look, I get it. We have these food memories. Sometimes, remember the memories of Brussels sprouts when they were
Hated
over.
Brussels
I love
sprouts.
Brussels
Horrible.
sprouts. So I'm on
I used to
You
put it
probably
in my
did it
pockets at the
once.
dinner table.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
Curtis.
Come on, dig deep. Be honest with me. Did you always hate Brussels sprouts, or did you always love Brussels sprouts, or is it a more recent thing?
No, I actually always loved them. As a child,
Oh, okay.
loved them. Mum used to, we had a veggie patch. I grew up on a farm. So we had a veggie patch and I loved Brussels sprouts. Always loved them. Still do to this day. But I could never come around to a stew.
Well, that's disgusting because I'm totally off Brussels sprouts. And at the dinner table, I used to chuck them in my pockets, and then so I had to go to the toilet and try to flush them down the dunny.
It can be so many different things. I've just done a casserole with chicken thighs, a little bit of white wine, cream, mushrooms, and it's literally
Sounds
like
nice.
it's not anything that you imagine a stew or a casserole would be. You can do them in so many different ways. So I encourage you to give it a go.
Okay, and when I get my time machine and go back to the Great Depression, I will. No, I'm joking, Curtis. I will try it.
Hey, Curtis, where do you
I'll leave
stand
you
on...
with your deep fried garlic.
Oh, deep fry something.
Where do you stand on apricot chicken, Curtis?
No, he's classy.
Apricot chicken is out. That's
Yeah.
Is it, Curtis?
Yes, it is, Sean.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah, it's horrible. Thank you. But if we deep fried it,
Oh, there's a go.
Okay.
Apricot chicken nuggets. Oh, maybe
actually,
we're on
that's-
something.
Well, casserole's back, everybody at Coles. Get on board.
Oh, Curtis.
Curtis.
He just-
and
he
he's
just
gone.
hung
He's
up on
that
us.
disgusted by
He's
our
hung up
apricot
on
chicken
us.
questions and our lack of enthusiasm for a
We've been more
casserole.
supportive about casseroles then? Because really we just bagged it.
I was just going to tell him that I was prepared to give his chicken and mushroom casserole a
Come
go.
on.
Personally, for me, I think they're wonderful ideas.
Hey, too little, too late, Buster.
Nathan, Nat and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.